One thing that we have customers tell us is when an issue happens, they see it on their phone, when they're getting ready for work, they don't bother following up with it because they know that by the time they get to the office, it's going to be taken care of. Somebody's owned that problem. Numerous CIOs have told us that one of the biggest benefits to having OST is, I know they've got my back.
We are a very fast-growing progressive company, and we've actually had 7 acquisitions now in the last 2 years, okay? All of those people, all of that technology that needs to go into the offices that we have acquired, into the equipment that we have acquired, we have managed all of that with only 3 people in my department.
They talked about hiring somebody, but to be able to hire somebody with a skill set that supports VMware and Citrix and Windows and also their storage platform, it's a hefty price tag.
EPPA stands for Emergency Physicians Professional Association. Our main focus is providing ER certified board physicians to hospitals. EPPA physicians decided to venture and start their own ER standalone clinics.
EPPA's needs are very similar to what a hospital would have, right? And that's where it is a really nice fit for our managed services solution because it is an enterprise level service that we provide to a lot of these large healthcare institutions.
As we grew and added more facilities and adding EHR system, we need to add more servers. We need to add a more reliable infrastructure as well. Not only does OST understand medical IT, but also can provide the scalability that we need as we're growing.
We started realizing as we were in the midst of all of these acquisitions that we had a facility in Grand Rapids that no longer supported this aggressive growth strategy. And then that's when the discussion started coming up about managed services.
And that was a turning point for them to say, you know what, we love the idea of OST managing our infrastructure, but we're also going to take that to the next level and host that equipment into a data center that is protected.
Each customer has a different need, and part of managed services is understanding that not everything fits within this narrow margin. It's got to be flexible. You've got to know what's important.
Check the printer. She was complaining.
So EPPA is really growing. We need to understand where their business is going so that we help them make the right decisions as an organization and from a business perspective.
And allows them to grow and again focus on their core applications versus having to worry about keeping their infrastructure up and running.
Our intent is not to be outsourcers. Our intent is to be partners. What we do is we put a name to it. A Chris or a Bob or a Joe. This is the person who you work with or team of people that you work with on a daily basis who understand your business, understand what the company's goals are, and are really part of your team.
Trying to be a tech not too long ago, I crashed one of my own servers. By the time I opened the IT room, got on my desk, and started dialing, boom, OST was on it.
We had a person at 4 o'clock that had launched an email that they had received that had a virus on it.
So one advantage that OST Managed Services provides is experience from other customers, shared experience.
I did not realize to what extent the seriousness of this was because Chris just says, I'm taking care of it.
We developed an action plan knowing that this is probably going to hit everybody. It's going to happen. And we know what to do to find it, fix it, and reverse it, and help the desktop teams take care of it.
I get a text message that beeps that says, I've got everything all cleaned up. He had worked all night, and by 8 o'clock in the morning, my users in the morning had no idea that we had had this problem the night before. That's the type of service that I could expect from Chris specifically.
You see that message on your phone. If you receive that page, that is your thing to own. You must follow it through to the end. And all of our team members followed that through with passion.
I totally feel confident that OST is looking for my success, because if I'm successful, you're successful.
I mean, I have no worries. Let's put it this way, OST, I can sleep at night.